The movie recap starts 5,000 years ago where we see a cruel king ruling. There was a time when this city used to be free, but now this cruel king has made the people of this city his slaves. This king has the land mined for all the people of this city. He was actually looking for a material, a thing that could give him magical power. And because of this, he would become more powerful than before and could rule not only this city, but the whole world. Basically, this material is called Eternium, with the help of which he makes such a crown, with which he gets the powers of a superhero. Here as usual the workers are digging, and meanwhile the worker will get the Eternium stone, which will be obtained by the cruel king. And very soon he makes his own crown, wearing which he gains a lot of power. Meanwhile, we also see a little boy standing up to the cruel king. He tells the villagers that we should shun this injustice, not worship it. But when the cruel king discovers that he is against me, he orders him to kill him. And as soon as he is killed, the boy suddenly disappears and comes to a place where many gods were sitting. These 6 gods or goddesses tell this boy that you have courage, we really liked it. Therefore, we will give you such power that when you say the word Shazam, all our powers will enter you, and you will become so powerful that you will easily defeat the cruel king. This little boy also does the same, says Shazam, and becomes very powerful. And suddenly he comes to the royal palace where he wears his evil crown to get a lot of powers. But this little boy who became very powerful after he said Shazam comes there and wreaks havoc and starts killing everyone. He is so angry that he destroys the whole city together with the cruel king. And from there the story continues 5,000 years later, and we see the present. At this point we are shown the same city where the gang has completely taken over this city. They are doing injustice to people, they are robbing. They have completely taken over this city. Actually, the only purpose of this gang is to find the crown. That means they are looking for the same crown that the cruel king had made 5,000 years ago. He himself was killed, but his crown is still buried somewhere in this city. Now we see a girl named Adriana is also looking for this crown. This girl is quite an expert at finding old things because she is an archaeologist. This means that these are the people who dig the earth and also have a lot of information about many things in history. So this girl, Adriana, goes to the cave where after a lot of effort she finds the crown. As Adriana and her friends are happy about this, we find out that one of her friends, who is named Ismail, he is involved with the same gang that has taken over the entire city. Then Ismail kills the friend who goes with him and calls the other members of his gang to the same cave. Now people are pointing guns at her and telling her, Adriano, give us the crown. Now this girl is looking down and there are some words written on her. Shazam comes out of her mouth as she reads this. As soon as he utters this word, Black Adam comes there and starts killing all the fools who came there. It kills so much that no one can survive there. As for Ismail, who was involved with the crooks, he pretends to have died there. That is why his life is saved here, because Adriana revived Black Adam. He woke him up again so he doesn't say anything to her. Now Black Adam is there as more of the gang come and attack him with a special weapon. This weapon is made from the same Eternium material that was used to make the crown. And once Black Adam gets that shot, he really feels the pain. Black Adam takes the life of the goon that killed him. But that rocket or that little missile also knocks him unconscious. So here we come to know that Eternium is the kind of material that is Black Adam's weakness. And even Black Adam can be killed with this material. When Adriana sees this, she becomes very concerned and takes Black Adam into her house. Once Black Adam recovers, he meets Adriana's son here. This kid tells Black Adam that you were locked in that cave for 5,000 years. Now, since our city is enslaved, this gang won't let us live, so you came as a messiah for us. You will save our city from that gang. Black Adam has nothing here. He says 5,000 years ago this was my city. Now everything here has changed, so I'm not responsible for saving this city. I have nothing to do with this town and its people. And as soon as he has said that, he comes out of the house and starts walking around the city and starts looking around the city. We then see a female leader tasked with stopping the upcoming superheroes and supervillains in this world. We must maintain such situations in the world so that ordinary people do not have any trouble, and our country is not in any danger. He is talking to the superhero, Hawkman here. He says that Black Adam is now back, and if he is not stopped, he can cause a lot of destruction like before. And if he gets mad and angry, it's almost impossible to stop him. Hawkman agrees and assembles his team, which includes many more superheroes, and they all go out together to catch Black Adam. On the other hand, some members of the gang go to Adriana's house knowing that the crown is still with her. So they went for the crown, and just as they are about to attack Adriana's family, Black Adam saves them there and kills the gang members again. And he's still fighting some of the remaining humans. At the same time, Hawkman's team gets there and they all start fighting Black Adam. But Black Adam was still hard on them. The gang members and the Justice Society team were unable to do anything about it. And finally, Black Adam leaves from there. The Justice Society team, which includes Hawkman, comes to Adriana and asks for her help in capturing him. But Adriana says, "Where were you when they oppressed us? I've never seen you before. There is only Black Adam to save us. When I was about to die, he saved me." The people of the Justice Society say that the one you think is protecting you is very dangerous. He even completely destroyed our city 5,000 years ago. And finally, these people convince Adriana. And so Adriana takes them all to Black Adam so they can all sit down and talk, to understand each other and end their own struggle. Then Ismail, who is Adriana's companion, enters her house on the other side, so that he can find the crown and use it for himself. But when he doesn't get the crown, he takes Adriana's son with him in anger. Here his son very cleverly calls his mother Adriana and tells her everything, that I was kidnapped. Ishmael kidnapped me. He is very troubled, so he enlists the help of the Justice Society and Black Adam. "Help me bring my son back." And they both agree, and together they start looking for his son. Here Hawkman captures 2 men from the gang. After killing them, he finds out where Ishmael is. Ishmael kept his son in a secret place which is in the desert. And when Black Adam and the Justice Society arrive at the location, they see Ishmael pointing a gun at his son. And here Ishmael reveals the secret, that I am the leader of a gang wreaking havoc throughout the city, and all these scumbags work for me. So he tells Adriana that if you want to save your son's life, give me the crown. So this distressed mother gives him the crown so that his son's life can be saved. But even so, he shoots the kid. And as soon as Black Adam sees this, he flies at high speed, approaches in front of him and saves the child's life. And here Ishmael is completely destroyed by burning him with his lightning. Here, Black Adam also meets Hawkman and tells him a very big secret. He tells that 5,000 years ago the boy who raised his voice against that cruel king was not me but my son. And when the cruel king was killing my son, he disappeared from here. When the cruel king saw this, he became very angry because he was unable to find my son. So he caught me and my family and beat us up a lot. We were killed in such a bad way that no one even treats animals like this. My wife was killed there, and I was about to die. Then my son came back to me, who had a lot of strength, and he gave me all his powers. This means that now all the powers have entered me. We were just talking and then the cruel kings attacked us again. There I was saved because I had a lot of strength, but my son was killed right before my eyes. When I saw my son dying, I became very angry, and I killed the cruel king and his people. But I had no control over those powers, I couldn't control them. And as soon as I saw it, the whole city was destroyed by my unwillingness. Because I did that, the gods who gave the power to my son and now I have the power were very angry that I abused my power. I didn't keep my power under control. That's why they locked me in that cave. And I stayed in that cave for 1,000 years. When Adriana came and took the name, I came alive again. Here, Cerny Adam is still very sorry that a lot of destruction was caused by him before and is still causing a lot of destruction. Many people were killed. He tells the Hawk that I want to give up. I want to finish my powers and give them to you so no one gets hurt because of me. Afterwards, Black Adam says the word Shazam, which causes him to revert to his normal form. This means that he becomes a normal human being who currently has no superpowers. And until he says Shazam again, he can't become Black Adam again. Therefore, he also asks them to do something with me so that I can no longer utter this word. Finally, Black Adam is thrown into the water and a device is placed in his mouth to prevent him from speaking. This is a small prison where Black Adam is locked up. On the other hand, we are shown Ishmael, who is dead and has now come to hell. Ishmael knew from the beginning that if he wanted to gain the power of that crown, then he would have to hold the crown in his hands. And at the same time, someone should kill him so that he dies and comes to hell, that is, to hell. And here he can meet the demons of hell with whom he can gain power. Ishmael knew all these things from the beginning. That's why he provoked Black Adam that once I kill Adriana's son, Black Adam will come to save her and kill me. And at the same time, the crown was in his hands. He knew all these things from the beginning and everything went according to his plan. Here the demons of hell meet Ishmael and give him their powers. He was not like before, he became Sabbac. He comes to this world with these powers and starts destroying everywhere. Once Justice finds out, they come before him to compete with him. There's a lot of fighting going on here, but Sabbac, being very strong, couldn't stop him even after all that. One other member of the Justice Society team, whose name is Dr. Fate, comes in its many guises. Using various powers, he tries to kill Sabbac but still fails. And very soon everyone will understand that no one can defeat Sabbac except Black Adam. That's why he starts telepathically speaking with Black Adam here. He tells him that we need your help and these people are helping him a lot from there to free himself. Once he gets out of there, he will kill several soldiers there. He comes out of the water and once he comes out he says Shazam, which gives him Black Adam's power. And without wasting time, he starts going to Sabbac. On the other hand, the Justice Society people are still fighting Sabbac. And during this time, one of his teammates, Dr. Guise, the Hawks also do a lot of fighting with Sabbac. But their efforts aren't very successful, but it's a good thing that Black Adam comes in at the same time. And now there is a big fight between Black Adam and Sabbac. This fight was quite a fight, but over time it seemed that only Black Adam could defeat Sabbac. And after a while, Black Adam grabs Sabbac's head and cuts it in two, and after completely tearing her apart, she ends up taking Sabbac's life. Because of this, Sabbac dies and everything calms down. Everything is starting to get better. The townspeople begin to regard Black Adam as their messiah. Everyone accepts that Black Adam saved us in our city. We then see the same lady who created the Justice Society team, so she can stop Black Adam. He tells Black Adam here it's fine, do whatever you want, but don't leave this town. Be the messiah of the people of this town, take care of them. Be the guardian, I don't care. But don't leave this town, because if you come from this city, it won't be good for you. Here sits Black Adam looking at her and saying no one can order me around. And whenever he wants to do anything, he does it himself. But then the lady says, yes, maybe you're right. No one can stop you from living in this world. But I know someone who is not from our world. And Black Adam gets angry and breaks the screen the lady was talking to. As soon as the screen breaks, there is smoke everywhere and at that moment Superman emerges from the smoke. And he tells Black Adam that we should always sit and talk. And once Superman says that, the story of this movie recaps end there.